Okay, guys. So in this session, I'm going to start the practical session will be also started, and here we'll start from the first topic called enterprise structure. So what is this enterprise structure? What exactly we are going to do? That I will let you know. Now, so here what is happening? We are going to start our configuration. Configuration in the sense like in SAP, we have to do certain configuration. What configuration we have to do? So let's suppose, as I said, like I have given example of Tata Motor here, that if Tata Motor is not using any ERP, let's suppose if they're not using any ERP, then what will happen? They will be having certain books of account. They'll be maintaining registers, like they'll be having sales register, purchase register, petty cash, and other things. So if they're having registers and all, what will happen? They are going to maintain all the transactions in the registers. Okay, how this registers looks like if you just go back 50 years, 60 years, people used to maintain these all things. After that, once the computerization happened, once the computer era came, then people started moving on this digital registers and all. Now, so earlier, like they'll be having the subsidiary name, Tata Motor, a subsidiary of Tata Group. Then on the first, it will be like, let's suppose, sales register. It will be like this. Okay, so this is sales register for which subsidiary? So this is for Tata Motor. Tata Motor is a subsidiary of Tata Group. Okay, now in that also, let's suppose Tata Motor is having, like, this Tata Group is having Tata Motor, Tata Steel. So for every subsidiary, they are going to maintain separate registers and all. Now Tata Motor further subdivided for, let's suppose they are having manufacturing. They're having like manufacturing and service. Two different kind of businesses are there. Like manufacturing unit will be there, and of course, service centers also will be there. So in manufacturing, of course, different revenues and expenses will be there. From service area also, they are going to get certain revenue and expenses and all. So if they have to look a separate, if they want to see the separate reports and all, so they have to maintain a separate register for manufacturing, and they have to maintain a separate register for service. I'm talking about when they are not having any ERP. So here they will mean, like, let's suppose this is for manufacturing unit, this sales register is for manufacturing unit. Then again, they will mention like for which financial year this register belongs to. So now, because of course register will be in those days only, not after 80s and all. After that, people started using this ERPs, small ERPs and all like that. And again, period in the sense for which month. So it will be whether it is April or May, June, July. Likewise, they are going to maintain these all details on the first book itself, first page itself. That is how they can come to know if somebody is, or if the management is asking that, okay, what is the total quarterly sales for Tata Motor, and that too for manufacturing unit. So they are going to subtotal all the sales which has been registered, which has been recorded in this register, sales register for manufacturing unit. Okay. In the similar way, they will be having a sales register for their what to say service unit as well. And if they want to see at this level, if they want to see the total sales at this level, then what will happen? They are going to make a subtotal of this register. At the same time, they will be having a register like service unit also. For the service unit also, they will be having a separate register. So they are going to have a subtotal of that, and both they are going to combine. So this is how people used to maintain earlier. They used to maintain the registers and all. They used to calculate the reports, and huge number of employees they required to calculate this report, to count down, or sorry, to in order to prepare the reports and in order to record the transactions, because several registers also will be there, several kind of reports were also required, so people used to do manually. Now here what is happening here, we are going to use an ERP. Now we are going to use an ERP. Let's suppose we are going to use SAP. So in SAP, what we have to do, we have to do certain configuration. It's not like that SAP is not linked with our mind. Of course, we have to do certain configuration, and based on that, SAP is going to work. So what configuration we have to do? Now this, whatever the physical registers are there, that we have to convert into digital. So in SAP, what we have to do, we have to do certain configurations first. Okay. After that only we can like if you talk about sales register, so sales register, in that they are going to record all the sales related activity, all the sales, like whatever sales they have made to the customers. They are going to specify the customer name. They are going to give the amounts, dates, and other things on which they have sent, on which date they have sold this, whether this is for manufacturing unit or service unit. If it is for manufacturing unit, then they are going to maintain this sales in manufacturing register. If it is for service unit, then they are going to maintain the register for whatever the service, whatever the sales register is there for service unit. Likewise, they are going to maintain this separately, and if they have to prepare a final report, they have to calculate it manually, and that's how they are going to maintain. Now here what we have to do, now we are going to configure these all things in SAP. We have to, so that SAP is going to calculate automatically. But in order to make this calculation automatically, and in order to post the transactions in SAP, first of all we'll have to set up all those details. Like we have to set up this one, we have to set up this one, we have to set up this one also. This is your financial year, so that also we have to decide. This is your period, in the sense month, this also we have to decide. Like here for Indian companies, they're following April to March. Okay, there are certain other countries, they are following like Jan to December. Middle East is there, they are following a different financial year. So we'll cover one by one. First of all, enterprise structure. We are going to set up enterprise structure here. We are going to configure our enterprise structure in SAP. What enterprise structure? First of all, like I talk about Tata Motor. So Tata Motor is a subsidiary of Tata Group. So Tata Group will be at higher level. So Tata Group we are going to create as a company. Okay, and under that, let's suppose under Tata Group we are having two, three, four, whatever the subsidiaries are there. So we are having, let's suppose, only two subsidiaries, Tata Motor and Tata Steel. So this Tata Motor and Tata Steel will be created as a company code. This is called company code. A bit confusion will be there, right? As per you guys, this should be company, but no, in SAP terms, company code is nothing but your subsidiary. Okay, and under Tata Motor, as I said, like this is going to be further subdivided into they're having like two different business area, manufacturing and service. So here manufacturing and service will be defined as a business area or segment. I'll let you know what is this. This we are going to, first of all we have to configure this also, and then manufacturing is having, let's suppose they are having different plants, so these plants also will have to be defined. So one, first of all, we have to, now why we are going to set up this enterprise structure, because if you have a look, like if the management is required a report, they can see the report plant wise, they can see the report at business area wise also. Manufacturing is a different business area and service is a different business area. So at this level also they can see at manufacturing level and service level. Even here at company code level also they would like to see, and total group level also they will have to, like at Tata group level how much revenue they have generated. Now at company code level, what should be the revenue? Here at business area level, what is the revenue? Plant level, what is the revenue? So it's like now. So these all things we are going to set up in SAP first. First of all, we have to create, this is called enterprise structure. We have to set up these all things, and then we are having certain other things also which we have to configure, and then after we'll post certain transaction and I'll show you guys the reports, then you'll be having some better clarification. So these all things we are going to set up in SAP. So for that, what we have to do, we have to log in SAP. So the very first activity we are going to do, even in real time also, we have to set up enterprise structure. Now what should be your enterprise structure, guys? That will be decided during, like once the project is going to hand over to any of the company. Let's suppose if the client has decided, Tata Motor has decided that this project is going to Wipro will come and they are going to do this all settings and all, they are going to implement this SAP in Tata Motor. So what will happen from Wipro, there will be a team called COE, Center of Excellence. Like that, in every companies there will be some certain team where like some senior consultant will be there. So these people will visit the client location and they will sit together along with the clients, and these people are going to find out what should be the enterprise structure of the organization. They will have a detailed discussion with the client and they are going to prepare, okay, this should be the enterprise structure, in the sense at what level exactly they want to see the reports. So they will decide and they will maintain a PPT, and that PPT will be once the PPT is prepared, that is going to be handed over to the project manager. Okay, so simply what will happen, once the consultants are going to reach at client location, project manager is going to hand over that this is belongs to finance, this is belongs to what to say, this is belongs to SD. Okay, so once we receive, then what will happen, it's not like that we are going to start our configuration first. Once we receive the enterprise structure, it's okay, first of all we'll have to have discussion with the clients. uh, Blueprint preparations and all the document preparations will be taking place. Once the blueprint has been prepared, once the discussions are over, then we are going to do the configurations, and also configuration will be started from your enterprise structure setting, organizational structure setting itself. So how to create this company, how to create the company code, how to create business area, how to define plans. Plant equals to profit center, generally we are going to define, this is a different concept which I'll explain later. So these all things we have to define in SAP. In SAP we are going to define these all things now. So in order to create, in order to set up, in order to define these all things, what we'll have to do? We'll have to log in. First of all, we'll have to log in SAP. So let me log in first. So now guys, here you're having SAP login symbol. You just double click on this. Okay, now you guys will be having like this functional, so double click on this, and then give your user ID and here your password also. Now here there is a client. What is the use of client? There will be a separate discussion on this. There will be a separate class also, client and transport request and other things. So that I'll cover once you guys are having certain knowledge and all, because you need to know what is called client level setting, what is called company code level setting, what are the settings are available at client level, what are the settings available at company code level, and lots of things are there. But those will be discussed and covers once you are having certain configuration knowledge and all, then you will be understand client level setting or company code level setting. So that will be covered later. So now this is our first screen, guys. This is called your home screen. Now here, this is called SAP main menu. Here we are having, see, lots of folders are there, like see here, finance, logistics, human resource, information systems. Now these folders are for like all the end user related transactions, can be like if you have to post the invoices, if you have to post credit memo, if you have to post payments. So here one by one you can unfold these all things, and by this we can post our transactions and all. This is end user transactions can be achieved, but in real time, if you talk about real time, most likely people are going to use the transaction code itself. They're not going to use these all things. It depends upon people. We like, if somebody knows the transaction code, they'll prefer to use transaction code. In case if they don't know, then only they are going to use one by one this, they'll search and they're going to use the paths and all. Anyway, so here this will be like the end user related transaction can be used only if we complete our configuration. So first of all, we have to do configuration part. Okay. So now if you have to do configurations in SAP, we are having two way in the sense, first of all, we have to go through path. Now let's suppose, what is this path? I'll let you know. Let's suppose here you have to go to Mumbai to Delhi. So we are having two-way. The first one is called directly through flight. You can fly from Mumbai to Delhi, or else by roadway if you're going. Then let's suppose you went to Nagpur, then we went to, let's suppose, somewhere, then you went some this location, and then finally we are reaching at Delhi. So one by one, first of all, from Mumbai to this location, again from here to here, from here to here, and then finally went to Delhi. Or else by flight directly you are flying from Mumbai to Delhi. So in SAP also, if you have to configure certain, if you have to do certain configurations, then we are having two-way. One is called path. Path in the sense like step by step we are going to reach. We are having the first, we are having that is called path, step by step, or else we are having flight system also, that is called T code, transaction code. Whichever you want to use, whichever you wish to use, you can use. There is no any kind of what to say a restriction that you can't use T code, you have to follow path itself, or you can't follow path, you have to use T code itself. If you know transaction code, you can use transaction code. In case if you don't know transaction code, then you have to follow the path. It's not like there are lots of people who is saying that best practice is to use path itself. It's not like that. If you go to interview, neither people are going to use, neither they are going to ask path nor transaction code. Transaction code will be asked by people in certain cases. Let's suppose if your performance is poor, they are asking certain questions, and if you are unable to reply, in that case they will ask, okay, let me know the transaction code of this, how to create cost center, how to create profit center, right? How to create GL master. Because if you are unable to reply certain question, then they will be asking some easy questions anyway. They have to ask some 5, 6, 7 questions, and then they'll close your interview anyway. So neither the T code is important, not the path is important. Important things is like if you're going to do certain settings, we need to know why we are going to do these settings, and the importance, and lots of things are there to ask, guys. Okay, so now here we are talking about configuration. Okay, so whatever the enterprise structure is there, whatever enterprise structure like company, company code, business area, plans, these all things we have to set up in SAP. So how to set up? For that you need to log in into SAP, and then if you want to go through path, then here we have to type a command called SPRO. This is called command prompt or command box, you can say. Here, if you're going to give certain command, what will happen? System is going to react as per this. So the first thing is we are going to type here SPRO, SPRO and press enter. Then you need to click on SAP reference IMG. Click here. This is the path step by step we are going to. So if you want to do the configuration pathwise, then the first command you have to give SPRO in the command box, and then you need to click on SAP IMG reference, and here all the configuration steps are there. In this, all the configuration steps will be there for all module, for finance, for controlling, for MM, for SD, and whatever HR and other modules are there. For all module, the configurations are available. Now since we are going to do configuration for FICO, so we have to look at FICO itself, sorry, finance itself first. So now, so first of all, as I said, we have to do enterprise structure setting. So where is the enterprise structure setting? See here, enterprise structure is there. Now you need to expand this. How to expand? See left side, this black color symbol is there. Expand this. Okay. Now we have expanded. So we have to define. Configure means nothing but we are going to define. Okay, so click on expand this definition also. In that, financial accounting. Expand this financial accounting. Okay, and see here we are having lots of org structures, company, company code, credit control area, functional area, business area, segment, profit center. Okay, lots of things are there. Okay, now guys, I'll tell you here. If you see about the configurations and all, there are several things have been given by SAP. Okay, because SAP is not supporting India. This is for entire globe. There are more than 350 companies are going to countries are going to use this ERP. In almost all the countries of the world, SAP is having access and all, everywhere people are using. So here the maximum setting while looking by considering the requirement of entire globe, SAP has given. Now we are not going to what to say check each and every settings and all. Whichever is going to meet your requirement, those only we are going to do those settings only we are going to do. Okay, and here, as I said earlier itself, in your entire lifetime you can support max to max 10, 15 or 20 countries and all, not more than this, because your project, let's suppose, belongs to Germany, your project belongs to Finland, your project belongs to UK or US or Australia. So likewise, how many countries you can, so whatever. Now, anyway, so here we are going to do our settings for enterprise structure. It means the first of all we have to define company. So how to define company? First of all, we have used here SPRO, and then we clicked on SAP IMG reference, and then we expanded this enterprise structure. Then further we have clicked on definition, then we clicked on here financial accounting, and in that we are having this company, company code, credit control area, and lots of things are there. So in that, whatever is required we are going to define. We have to define company, we have to define company code, we have to define business area, profit and center also, but that will be later. So this is how we are going to use the path. Path means nothing but roadways. Now, if you have to use the transaction code, here you need to click on define company. You need to click on this clock-like structure, and then you need to click on new entry, and then we are going to define our company. If you, okay, so this is how we are going to define. Now, if you click on this green color, this is for back, this is for exit, this is for cancel. Cancel. Okay, click on back, we came back. Okay, these all are saved. This is for find next. Okay, if you click, see, if you keep your cursor on any of this buttons and all, system automatically going to suggest you the name. See here, if I keep my cursor, system is going to suggest you the use of this all. So you'll come to know what is the use of these all symbols and all. You're going to be very much familiar one by one, because of course we will be having lots of use of these all things. So you'll come to know what is the use of these all symbols and all. Now, now, so this is how we are going to use the path. If we talk about transaction code, like this is the roadways, you have reached to your destination. If you talk about flight, means transaction code. So how to use transaction code? Now, see here, click on this create new session. I have clicked on create new session. You need to click on create new session, in the sense on this. Okay, create new session. So what is happening? Create new session means one session is already there here, one session is already there, that is the path, and one new session has been created here. Okay, the new session has been created. Now here I'll show you guys the same company which we have defined, the company which we have to define, we went through path. Now if you have to use transaction code, then we are going to give a different command. That is, a different command is nothing but different transaction code we have to enter here. The transaction code is OX15. OX15, and press enter. If you have given OX15 and press enter, see the same is coming. When I was defining company here, if I click on company, if I execute this one, let me execute. Now it is showing that data is logged by this user. This is my user ID itself, because at one time only one user ID can access this setting. So in one screen already I have opened, in the next screen already I have opened this. So it is showing that now you cannot edit this. You can only display. So I am going to click on yes. So now see here, it is in display mode. So see the same thing. The same thing is appearing here also by transaction code, by using transaction code. So this is the advantage of transaction code. If you feel comfortable in the transaction codes and all, you can use transaction code, or else if you don't know the transaction code, you can use path. Okay, so there is no any kind of restrictions that you are not supposed to use path or you are supposed to use path, that you are not supposed to use transaction code or you are supposed to use transaction code. Whichever you feel easy, you are going to use the same. I generally like to use transaction code itself because it's going to save your time. Okay, so click on back button. I came back, and here also click on back button. I came back. So this is how we are going to use the transaction code or path. So let's suppose define company. Okay, if you click here, we are going to define company, or else if you're going to use transaction code also, you have to use transaction code OX15. Now there is one more thing, guys. Just somewhere additional info, switch assignment. Okay, what I have done here, guys, I have clicked on additional information, then additional information here once again, and then once you click here, then what will happen? System has opened few more things in that display key, and in display key, I have clicked on maintenance object. Okay, and once I clicked on that, then this additional things has appeared. Now you need to drag it rightwards. How I dragged? See here, we are having one line here. In the same way, we are having a small line here also. Once you keep your cursor, it is going to be like this. Then press your left button on mouse, and then you need to drag it. You need to drag it little bit rightwards, so that all the objects, all the what to say text which is here, it's going to be visible. Now what is happening? Most likely in this, what you can find the transaction code very easily. If you are unable to remind the transaction code, you can find transaction code from here. Define company, as I said, OX15. So last four digit is your transaction code. See here, OX15, guys. The last four digit is your transaction code. Okay. OB45, this is your transaction code. OX02, this is the transaction code. OX03, this is the transaction code. So now I am going to use, but for each and everything you are not going to get transaction code. Of course, in say 80% of the cases you will be getting the transaction code. uh, One more thing is there. If you are not able to identify transaction code from here, you can click on define company, keep your cursor, and right button, press your right button of mouse, and then click on display technical info. Okay, now see here, display technical info. Here also the last four digit is appearing. Click on maintenance object also. Not here. Okay, so here itself the last four digits also, it will be that last four digit we can use as a transaction code. So this is how also you can check, but most likely you can click on additional information here, additional information once again, then click on display key, and then you need to click on maintenance object. So these things will appear, and that this is how you can come to know about transaction code. But most likely I'll tell you guys, whatever the frequently used transactions are there, whatever the frequently used configurations are there, those T codes will be there in your mind. Once you do the configuration once, twice, thrice, then what will happen? These things are going to be there in your mind. Like if somebody talk about APP, automatic payment program configuration, you don't know what is this. There will be a separate session on that. I'm just telling you. So what is the transaction code? Everybody knows. Why? Because every time certain issues will be there from those things, so people are going to use on frequent basis. That is why they know the transaction codes. Okay, anyway, so here define company. First of all, we are going to define company. What is the transaction code? OX15. So either you can click here. Okay, either you can click here or you can type the transaction code. So this is how you can come to know about the transaction codes. Now either you have to click on this watch like of symbol, that is called execute button, or else we are going to use the transaction code. I'll be using transaction code, guys. So type here OX15, press enter. Just type here in this command box OX15 and press enter, and then click on new entry. Okay, click on new entry, and here you have to give your company details, in the sense like group company. So now let's suppose here Tata Group. So enter Tata Group. Now here street something, some details you can give, PO box number also you can enter, or majorly here we are going to specify the city, then country. So country, for our country already the countries are already set up in SAP, whatever the countries are there. So our country code is India. Our country is India. For India we are having country code IN. Okay, give your country code IN. See here, it's already there. Now language key. Language is English. So for language key we are going to enter EN. EN stand for English. And your currency. Currency will be INR. Okay, INR is nothing but your Indian currency. And these things we have to give in. But one more thing you have to give here in this field, company field, whatever this Tata Group we have specified here, we need to give certain code here for this Tata Group. Like let's suppose I have given this code TTZRP. Anything you can give. You can give 1000. You can give numeric digits or alphanumerics, or numeric means anything 1000, 2000, 3000, something like that, 1001, like that. Numeric alphabetic means whatever I have given, that is alphabetic, or else alphanumeric like TT 100, 200, like that. So this is a code. Here for company we can give till 6-digit code. Okay, till six digit code you can give. This is the length. Okay, this is the length of this field. How you can count the length of this field? You have to give the maximum number of these all digits. Keep on giving, and this is how you can count. Because after some time what will happen, system is not going to allow you to enter any digits here. So this is how you can count what is the length of this field. Okay, so here for this we are having only 6-digit length, and I have given a code here TTZRP. Now save this. We have to save this setting. So click on save button. If you click on save, what will happen, I'll let you know. For you guys, since you guys are going to do this first time, so for you this will be blank, and here also this field also will be blank. This is called transport request. What is the transport request? There will be a separate session on this. Don't worry about this transport request. This is also important things. But right now you have to save. So whatever settings, whatever configurations you do, once you save, system is going to generate a transport request. A transport TR number will be this box will be there. It means those settings are going to be saved on a transport request number itself. What is the importance? that I'll let you know, because this is also you need to understand, and there will be like certain questions people will ask regarding related to transport request also, but that I'll cover once you have some configuration knowledge and all. There will be a separate session in that I'll cover. So for you guys, this field also will be blank, this field also will be blank. What you need to do, you need to click on create button. What was that? Create button. Drag it down. I told click on this page, like blank page symbol is there, you need to click on that. Okay, once you click on that, then this screen will appear. So here you have to give any description. I have given like this Tata Motor. So whatever my what to say this whatever my settings are there related to, since already Tata Motor I have given for a different configuration, so I'm giving this description. You have to give Tata Motor or enterprise structure or whatever details you want to give, you can give. Most likely give the details of your company code itself, Tata Motor itself, that you'll come to know later why we are going to give. So Tata Motor I have given here. Okay, and then click on save. Click on save. Once you click on save, what will happen? This description is appearing and system is automatically system is going to derive a request number here. Okay, here one transport number will be given assigned by system automatically. Where this is coming from, this will be done during your once your configurations. That is a technical part, guys. This is not your part, how the request number is coming, but it will be coming automatically. Just you need to know. Once you click on create, once you give your description, you need to save. A transport request number will be suggested by system automatically, and then you need to click on continue. Okay, so what we have done, we have created a company. We have created a company now, and we have saved it. The company has been created and this is saved. Now the next setting which you have to do is, in our enterprise structure, that company we have created, in the sense company stand for group company, and if you talk about subsidiary, that is called, in SAP language it is called company code. So now we have to set up company code. Tata Motor, Tata Steel, Tata Consultancy Services will be there, right? So these all we are going to set up as a company code. So here first of all we have to set up Tata Motor itself. Okay, so this Tata Motor we have to set up as a company code. How to set up company code? So again we are having here define company code. Okay, so we are having here edit, copy, delete, check company code. This is like define company code, you can say. See the transaction code OX02. So here if you use the transaction code OX02, now guys, if you have to define your company code, okay, now you are already in one screen. From this screen, if you want to jump directly to a next screen, so what you have to use, you have to keep here /n OX02. Why? Because if you don't give /n, then what will happen? System will not consider your transaction code. See here, I have not given /n directly. I have used the transaction code itself, OX02. If you give OX02, what will happen? System is not going to consider this transaction code. Okay, nothing is happening. Once again, I'll type OX02. If you give transaction code directly, nothing is going to happen. So if you want to switch from one screen to other screen, so what you have to do, you have to use /NOX02. /NOX02 means what? See, I'll tell you guys. Come on the home screen. This is your home screen. Okay. From here, if you give OX02, then system is going to respond. Okay, from here if you give OX02, then system is going to respond. Okay, but we were already in a different screen. We were already, let's suppose we were here in company code. Okay, we were here in company code and we were in we have given like this is our company code, which we were in here in company setting, and from this screen, then what you have to do, you need to go on home screen, and from there again you can jump to the different setting called company code setting. Now from directly, if you want to go from here directly, if you want to go switch to a different screen, then you have to use /n and followed by transaction code OX02. /n means system is going to take you on the home screen, and from there it is going to take you to this company code screen. Okay, but it happens within the fraction of second, even less than that. That is why you could not came to know when system went to home and from there it went to the company code. Directly it you feels like directly we have moved from here to company code screen itself. Press enter /n OX02. So you directly moved to whatever the desired what to say configuration or settings are there on that screen. Now here click on new entry. We are going to click on new entry. Now here we have to define our company code. Okay, so company code, guys, how to define a company code? Here first of all you need to give a 4-digit code like Tata Motor. So give here TM10. I have given a code, 4-digit code, guys. After that, see this, the length of this field is only 4-digit. You have to give only 4-digit. So you can give 4-digit or less than that. So I've given TM10. So whatever code we are going to give here for in company code, it could be numeric, alphanumeric, or alphabetic in the similar way. Now type your Tata Motor, then give your city and your country IN, that is India, then here currency INR, and then here language English EN, and then once you click on save, see one screen will appear. One screen will appear, and here system is asking that give all the details once again. So here Tata Motor, I am going to give not all the details, whatever the mandatory details are there, those only I'll enter. Okay, so mandatory, how you will come to know which one is the mandatory one? Wherever you find this, like there are lots of field, these all white color fields are, whatever the white color fields are there, you can type certain details like here a street number, postal code, cities and all, but these all fields are not mandatory. Which one is mandatory? This country code is mandatory setting. Okay, in real time of course, what you have to do, you have to give the street address of your company code. It means like Tata Motor is located somewhere, their corporate office will be somewhere. Okay, their headquarter will be somewhere, so those address we are going to give, postal code, cities and country, telephone number, fax number, mobile number, email ID, everything we are going to enter. But here since we have to practice, so all those details I am not going to give. If you guys want to give, you can give. Okay, I'm just going to enter only the mandatory things. Mandatory means, see this country, this is a mandatory field. How? Because we are having this kind of symbol, check mark kind of symbol. So in whichever field these symbol will be there, you have to assume that this is a mandatory field. It means you must have to fill up something, then only system is going to allow you to move further. If you don't enter any detail, then system will not allow you to move further. Let's suppose I have not entered anything, and if you press enter button, see what will happen. See, system is saying that fill all the required entry fields. So what is the required entry fields? We are having only one field required, that is country. Give your country code IN, and now press enter. So system has taken, and automatically whatever the previous TR number, transport request number, on which we have saved the setting, the previous transport request number will be suggested by system. So here also you keep the previous transport request number itself. As I said, there will be a separate session, so I am not going to make any sort of experiment in transport request number. I have to make you understand, guys, enterprise structure. So as of now, whatever your settings are there, keep all the settings, save all the settings on the same transport request number. So don't create a new transport request number. Whatever the previous TR is there, transport request is there, on the same TR you have to save this setting also. So we are not going to do anything. Press enter here also. So this is how we have created our company code also, and we have saved. Now we have created our company. We have created our company code also. Now what next we have to set up? We have to set up our business area. Okay. So this manufacturing and service can be set up as a business area also, or we can set up as a segment also. Whichever you want, you can set up. I'm going to set up as a business area itself. Why? Because I'm just going to follow my project. Okay. I'm just going to follow my project. In that we are having business area concept. So I'm just going to set up the business area. Business area and segment, almost same things are there. I'll explain the difference later. First of all, we have to set up this manufacturing and service, these two business area. So how to set up this two business area? You see at path, we are having here defined business area. But the transaction code, if you look at transaction code, the transaction code is OX03. So what I'll do, I'll use the transaction code /NOX03. Press enter and click on new entry. Now here we have to give codes, and here you have to give description. So here manufacturing TMAN code I have given. Manufacturing, you can type area, and here also 4-digit codes. Service TSRV. Okay, and then here service business area. We have given, and press enter. Okay, so this is how you have to give the details. Here you can give the definition. Let me copy this. Okay, so we have created two business area also. Now save this, click on save button and press enter. Okay, so now we have done with these settings. Now next is your plant. So plant we are not going to define, guys. Plant will be defined by your consultant, material management consultant, because the plant belongs to them. Okay, what we have to do, we have to create a profit center. Plant equals to profit center. Why we are going to create plant equals to profit center? What is the concept behind that? That will be explained far later. Once we start the controlling module, there I'll let you know what is this profit center. There will be a separate class on that, and why we are going to set up profit center, and what is the logic behind plant equals to profit center. Okay, so that explanation will be there. Right now we are not going to define plant, neither we are going to define profit center. Okay, till here itself we have to define, we have defined. Now we'll have a look on other things also, because here we are having lots of settings, right? Now these all, whatever the what we are having, like credit control area, we are having the functional area, FM area, segments and all. Now credit control area. So credit control area generally, it's of course it is given in FI side. We have to create a credit control area, but most likely the usage belongs to SD. You need to create a credit control area, and you can give it to SD people, or else most likely what is happening during implementation, SD consultant directly they are going to create this credit control area, because this is belongs to them. Now what is happening of this credit control area, guys? Why we create credit control area? This is related to account receivable. Actually, what will happen if we are having a customer? Let's suppose if you're having certain customer, if you're having a new customer, for that customer, what will happen? We have to give certain credit limit. Okay, if the customer is like if the customer is very new, so we can give certain credit limit, like okay, till 1 lakh rupees worth of transaction only we can do. It means we can sell a goods to that customer on credit basis till 1 lakh. If it is exceeding 1 lakh, then system will not allow to post any invoices. It means we are unable to, we won't be able to sell any further goods until unless we recover those payment, because the customer is new. There will be certain customer who is doing business for 10 years, 15 years, and their credit worthiness and their what to say, performance is very very good. So for those customers, company has given a credit, like you guys are using credit card, so in that certain credit limit will be there, like 1 lakh rupees. If your performance is very good, then company will call and they will say that we are going to increase your credit limit. So likewise the same thing is there in case of customer also. Okay, so in order to give the credit limit and all, what is that, we are not going to go in such details, this credit limits and all. But first of all, in order to give a credit limit, what we have to do, we have to define a credit control area. Okay, now business area already explained. Then this functional area, guys, FM area, functional area, the generally department wise people are going to set up this functional area, but we are having cost center things that will be covered later. Once I start the controlling, I'll let you know. I'll compare this cost center with functional area, and then I'll let you know why we are going to define cost center. Consolidation of business area, I haven't seen this concept as of now, but what is happening, let's suppose if you're having more and more business area, if you're having business area A, if you're having business area B, if you're having business area C, D, E. Okay, now if somebody want to see a combined report, A and B, business area wise report, and that too in business area also, if they want to see the combined report for A and B. Okay, if they want to see the combined report, so how it is possible? In that case, what we are going to do, we are going to consolidate our business area. Okay, this is the use of this, but practically I haven't seen this concept anywhere. Still, I just made you guys understand, it's not very much important. Maintain FM area, that is called, this FM area need to be created, guys, once we are going to implement fund management. This is a different module, it's a very small module, fund management. So if you're going to implement fund management, then we have to create this FM area. Segments, this is the counterpart of business area. Either you have to set up business area or segment. Okay, and profit center, what is the use of profit center? As I said, like plant we are going to set up as a profit center, but right now if I keep on explaining it, it's going to out of your mind, because everybody's are not consultant here except few people. So those who is already working as a consultant, they can be able to understand, but I have to have a look into all of you who is not a consultant, who has started just now your classes. Whoever is, like you guys are very much fresher, so that is why profit center will be explained once I start the controlling. Okay, at that point of time I'm going to explain this profit center things. So in our enterprise structure setting, guys, what we have done, we have created our company, we have created company code, we have created business area. Okay, and this plant and other things will be set up later. Plant also will have to set up, that I'll let you know once I teach you guys a 5mm integration, that is later part. Okay, separate session will be there. So till this much only we have to set up now. And how to set up, already I have covered this. You need to log in and you can use path, or you can use the transaction code. I have used transaction code. If you want to use the path, we are having the path also. I have shown you guys, this is the path. It depends upon you, whichever you feel easy you can use that. Okay, so that's all here. This much only this much only will be there in today's session. Here we have done with our enterprise structure. You need to set up your company code, business area, and there is one more thing, guys. There is one more settings I forgot. So we have defined our company, we have defined our company code, right? Now we have to link with company, the company which company code which we have created, those company we need to link with our company code. How to link? Slash NOX16, whatever company and company code we have created, those we have to link. Okay, so use transaction code OX16 and click on position and give your company code TM10, press enter, and then here against your company code we are going to link our company. What is our company? TTGRP. Okay, this code you need to remind, and then here you can search. If you're not able to remind the code, then what will happen? You need to click on the here. See, I'll tell you guys. See, here we are having a drop down button, this find kind of things, or else small this square shape symbol is there behind of this. You need to click on here. So this is called, here we can search your company. Whatever the company has been created, all the list is going to be here. Okay, now lots of companies are coming, so what you have to do, you need to click on find button and give TATA Tata GROUP and press enter. So system is going to bring you directly on your Tata group, and double click on this Tata group. So this is how you have selected. So we have to link our company with the company code. This linking has been done, but so this is called assignment. Assign company with the company code. I'll share you guys a configuration document also. A configuration document also. You need to follow that document. That is going to be easy, because in this video I have given lots of explanation also. It's almost more than 1 hour. In that only few settings we have done, but lots of explanations are there. So watch the video once, do the configuration, and later on after that onwards, next time if you want to set up a different company codes and all, because lots of company code you need to set up for practice purpose. So if you have to set up a different company codes, then what you have to do, you need to refer the soft copy which I am going to send you guys. Okay, you need to refer the soft copy which I am going to send you guys. Okay, so here is the documents. This documents also, this is the soft copy which I'll be sharing you guys. Okay, enterprise structure. What you have to do, first of all, you have to define a company, which already I have shown. How to define a company? Use this transaction code or use this path. Anyone. It means I have given transaction code also, I have given path also. And if you use the transaction code or path, this kind of screen will appear. Then simply I have written here, click on new entries and fill up the details as mentioned below. See, this is how you have to enter the details. Okay, anything you can give, Tata Group or any other name, any other cities. Okay, this is how you have to create. Save the data. Okay, once you save, this DR number will be generated. You need to watch the video, then you'll be much comfortable. Only once you have to watch, and then after you have to follow this documents which I am going to send. Better to take a printout, so that is going to be much easy. It will be there in front of you, and within 5 minutes you are going to complete this enterprise structure setting. Okay, then we have to define company code. How to define company code? Once again, we are having this transaction code, and here a screenshot also I have added here. Click on new entry, which is here, and fill up the details as shown below. Likewise, these are all things you have to do. This is the configurations. Business area also, how to define business area, that is also I have shown. And then finally, assign company code to the company. So how to do this one also I have shown here. So this is how you guys have to, you people have to do the configuration. This is a basic settings, sorry, this is a enterprise structure setting, guys. Okay, so okay, this is how you have to do the setting. Now So we'll finish this session here itself, guys. I'll record also. So guys, we don't what to say link our business area with the company code. Business area setting is there at client level. I have not given much explanation about that. Why? Because right now I have not explained anything about the clients and all. So I'll explain. There will be a separate session on that. Then you will come to know why we are not going to assign this business area to the company code. Because if I explain everything right now itself, then it will be a kind of it's going to jumble in your mind. That's why I have to make it easy. See, the four-digit code means you have to give four-digit code itself. The length should be four-digit itself, but you can give anything. As I said, like numerical 1000, 2000, 3000, or certain alphanumeric or alphabetic. Any code you can give. It's up to you. And logic also you will come to know. This is the first session. This is why few of you people will be little bit confused. Don't worry. Yeah, of course. The question is like if I consultant is going to define company code, business area, and other things. Likewise, other consultant also do for their module. Yes, other consultant will do whatever plant I said. The plant is the part of material management. That material management people is going to create plant, storage location, and lots of other settings are there. That also I'll cover during FIMM integration. Likewise, SD consultant also has to create their sales area. They are having distribution channel revisions and lots of settings they have to do. Likewise, other consultants also will have to do their own setting. They'll be having their own setting. We have nothing to do with those settings. You have to see, you have to look at your settings, what exactly you have to do. Because several modules are there in FI and several things are there. Yeah, code is nothing but your transaction codes. No, I could not understand Ranjan what exactly. I think code here means transaction code. Transaction code is your shortcut. As I said, like if you have to define something, if you have to do configuration, some configuration you have to do, like you have to define company, you have to define company code. So we are going to use transaction code instead of going through path. Okay. Now here if you give some codes and all, that is a different code, guys. What is the use of code? I'll let you know. See, company code. We are having, like, let's suppose we are having your company name, like your company name, the length of company name, your company code name is like 100 digit. Okay. So whenever you post a transaction, every time you need to give certain company code. Like you're going to post transaction for which subsidiary? For Tata Motor, Tata Steel, or what? So if you say Tata Motor and Tata Motor is having 100 digit names, so every time we are not going to type this 100 digit name manually. So what we have to do, instead of that, Tata Motor, like let's suppose we have created here Tata Motor. This is your subsidiary name. Subsidiary is nothing but your company code. So instead of writing Tata Motor, we have given a symbol, four-digit codes we have given for Tata Motor. Okay, so it means if you give TM10, system will come to know this is for Tata Motor. This is the major use. While posting a transaction, if you enter TM10, system will come to know this Tata Motor. So whenever you post a transaction, if you're going to switch your company code, if you're going to give your company code, so company code means you're not going to specify the complete name of Tata Motor. Simply, we have to give this code itself, so that system will come to know. Okay, so this is why they have created, like we have to create four-digit codes. This is the main major logic. Okay, guys, any other question?